Hi, I'm Omar Rizvi.
And I am Nibras Abdulla.
Welcome to the podcast, IISDians
Unplugged.
Tonight's episode,
It's too hard to handle.
and that's why I have you here.
Then let's dive in.
Let's do it. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
So before we start, we have some rules here. We have to keep the phones off. So can I confiscate your phone, please?
You said keep the phone off. It is off. What else you want?
Sir, we have to confiscate it. Sir, this is a parampara which we followed in school. So, sir, ये mobile
परंपरा.
तो सर ये क्या था? मोबाइल कॉन्फिस्केशन क्यों होता था?
Mobile confiscation is not something कि कोई उसके पीछे कोई logic हो या कोई बहुत बड़ी story हो. But the main thing is we want that you should concentrate about your studies.
Right.
If mobile is there in your pocket, 100% you are not going to concentrate. All the time, sometime messaging, sometime you are receiving message, sometime you want to see something is going on. That we don't want any kind of disturbance. But now, and if you remember 5 years before the COVID, this confiscating, this was going on. Once COVID started, we asked parents to provide mobile phone to children. And the story has changed completely.
But you have a memorable event where you had with the confiscation of the mobiles.
Of course, there are many things. If you start long before, then we used to confiscate video cassettes, big size video cassettes, then small floppies, then USBs, and so many things are there. And then at last we used to confiscate mobile phones and all.
So the tradition continued. Something had to be confiscated. It started with floppy disks and came to the mobile phones now.
I think we were in the stage, I left IISD in the stage where we were confiscating the CDs.
Right,
Yes. True.
And my time, I think floppy disks were there. So, sir, before हम इसमें और school में जाएं, we like to know about you. We like to go back to Bhopal. Where did you do your education? Where did it started all?
Actually, I have completed my schooling just from our township area. It was not a very big city. My father was a principal of one of the government school.
Wow, so that's
So
a tradition you're following.
you can see that tradition I'm following, and moreover, almost 15 years I have seen he was the principal, and I was in 3rd or 4th standard that time. Till from there, and then I have seen up to the class 11th. So I have learned everything in terms of teaching and managing the school and school level administration and everything from my home. Then after that, I came to Bhopal, which is 100 kilometers away from that area where I have completed my schooling. And I did my post-graduation in mathematics. In fact, I wanted to go in physics, nuclear physics. But whatever Almighty decides, it's a different thing. So because of delay in the selection process and all those things, somehow I had to go because I had no time. My father was going to retire. So before that, I had to complete my studies. I had finished my master's, and then I went for my doctorate, PhD. From nowadays it is called NIT Bhopal. Earlier it was called Regional Engineering College Bhopal. And I've completed my PhD from Bhopal itself. And I was teaching in engineering colleges.
But from Bhopal to Dammam, how did it happen?
It's a really interesting story. When I was teaching in one of the engineering college, it was first private engineering college in Madhya Pradesh in MP. There was only one private engineering college. It was SATI Vidisha, and then first one when LNCT Lakshmi Narayan College of Technology started in Bhopal. So they have appointed me as a faculty member in their mathematics department. So I was the founder member there. So we were in a library, we were looking some advertisement. So one of my librarian friend, he said, there is an advertisement in Saudi Arabia in a school mathematics teacher. I said, I have applied many such type of advertisement I have seen. There's no point of giving. He said, at least you just send an application. And believe me, just randomly I have sent an application, and I got a call that you have to come on 14th July. There, still I remember the date, 14th July 1997. You have to come for an interview in Hamdard Public School, Delhi.
Wow.
So I went there, Then interview was very good. And the same time I got interview call for IIS Jeddah also, after 2 days. So there also I went. So after the interview I came back. Within 7 days I have received again a call that within 1 week you have to travel to Saudi Arabia. Everything, visa,
This was
everything
in
was arranged.
97, right?
August 97. 1997.
Long time ago, sir. So what was that first thought came in your mind, sir, when you got that call? You need to come to Dammam.
It was a big decision for me because I was the eldest member of my family and I have a very big family with brothers and sisters and full of, and my father had already passed away that time. Yeah. So I had to take a decision, and before me, no one from my family came out from Bhopal or for any of the abroad job or anything. And a lot of things we have heard about the Saudi Arabia. If you are going there, we don't know whether you will be in a school or you will be in somewhere in the desert area and doing some other job. So there was a double mind what to do. Then I called group captain Mr. Anwar. He was the principal that time. And he had given me that confidence. No, you come there. Don't worry for anything. And then Alhamdulillah, I reached here, and now rest is the story. Everybody knows.
We are glad, sir, that the Dammam call was made before the Jeddah call, and you're here with us.
And I think this is now that the Jeddah school might be realizing what a loss they had 27 years ago.
Absolutely, no doubt in our minds. So we're glad to know that. But what was the first thing which Anwar sir told you on the telephone? You were telling me something about he was asking you a question.
Actually, is really Anwar sir means he was having something different. He was a different kind of person. He remembered each and everything. If you have come across any time and you have just sat for 5 minutes with him, then he will remember for a long time that what he spoke to you, what was your plus point, minus point, everything. So in my interview there, because as I told you, I was working in an engineering college. I had no experience of schools. So when I called him, so he said, you're most welcome, you must come there, but only one thing I want to know. Will it be easy for you to come down to a level of schooling, because you are teaching in an engineering college and suddenly you'll be teaching class 9th and 10th, 11th like this. I said, it's not a very big problem. I'll try to manage. Yes, it will take little time, but I'll be perfectly all right, inshallah. And you will not get any kind of problem or anything.
Alhamdulillah to hear that.
Alhamdulillah.
So, sir, were you a naughty child in school?
I cannot say 100% I was, but the main problem was my father was principal in that school. And you won't believe, in my group of students, my family, close friend group, we are 3 Irfan. And one of course me, and one more Irfan was there, and right now he's a politician, big politician in Madhya Pradesh. And he was the most notorious student. He used to beat anybody. He used to do so many activities there. And somebody has just complained to my father that Irfan beat me. And once it happened, he just entered. I was in class 11th. Still I remember somebody told that Irfan beat him like this. He just entered and he asked me to just stand up. And he started slapping me. I said, what happened? What is the reason? Anything? You bet Krishnakant there. But then he was the person who was having some problem in speaking. He was trying to say, no, he is not that Irfan. By the time to slap, I have got it. So that was the system. But yes, I was not an innocent child.
So is that where you started the Tappad series?
That I have learned. But I have learned, but I have got this, so I have to transfer to others also.
But with a valid reason.
But valid reason. You all have got with valid reason. I have got with invalid reasons.
No, sir, but your dialogue is very famous. His Irfan Sir's Tappad dialogue, it's very famous. But how many times have you actually used it?
Tell me what dialogue?
एक देंगे तो चपड़ जाओगे दीवार के ऊपर.
See that very, very valid reason. If I will tell you now at this stage, I can say that time students and teachers, there is a very close relationship. Very loving, we used to discuss everything with our students. They used to discuss with us, and there are a lot of respect from the students I used to get. From the parents we used to get. So I find that is a liberty that yes, I can say such type of thing. There is no problem. Nowadays, you cannot tell such type of thing to your students. They will take in a different way. They will post in a different way. Teacher is using such words in a class, and then you see the social media everywhere. The so many slogans, so many things you will get. So I had that much liberty. I found that I can say, and I have told many things. And not only this, I applied also sometime. I bet also many of you, those you are sitting here and those who standing behind the camera, everybody knows
I can say
that
this,
how much
sir.
they have got.
It worked, and all the crew, it worked on everyone. And they turned out just fine.
Well,
But
absolutely.
I'm once when I see the group of this group of students, actually there are many those who are achieving, they already achieved very high positions in their life. No doubt at all. I am happy for them also. But the way you people are doing, it is something incredible. I have no word to express my feeling about you all.
So you're kind with your words, and it's your blessing. We are sitting here because we were given those jumps. And as you said, there's one thing we learned with those jumps is that sometimes it is necessary to go a little strict. And that strictness goes a long way, and that is why we're sitting with you here on this podcast. So we are actually very grateful for you for giving us those jumps.
But my favorite tappad is, by the way, not from you. It was from Chandola, sir.
That time, me, Chandola sir, we both were the scaring faces in the boys section. From one corner, Chandola sir, one corner, I was there, and our principals. Believe me, there are, I cannot tell the who is the, but Anwar sir and Shafi sir, he used to say, you can take actions, you can beat also, but don't beat in front of everyone. If any problem is there and somebody is not listening, take him in one corner and then give him, so that there should not be any proof, anything, because if complaint comes also, we can manage. So we have got such type of confidence, of course, that support from our great two principals, Anwar sir and Shafi sir. So with them, I have learned from them, I have learned a lot, and everything went on very, very smoothly because of them.
So you said you came to the school in 1997. It's almost close to 30 years.
Yes.
What evolution have you seen in these various, as you said, you work with different principals, how the school has taken an evolution, how you think things changed over this period?
See, if you see for a teacher, you don't find a big changes there, because what is a job of a teacher? We are coming here, we are teaching, we are trying our level best. When we were 25, 30 years old, now I'm 57 years old also, still I am doing the same thing. And our efforts is only that whatever we have learned that we could discuss with you, we can share with you, at least you should learn something. But yes, from both the side it happens. It is not that one-sided, we are trying and if somebody is not responding, still it will go the same way. Things have changed. Values have changed. So you won't find that type of atmosphere nowadays among the students. Whatever is the reason, there are so many reasons we can say. Social media is a reason, and the total society has changed completely. So it is not that easy. So big change has come. If you go back 15 years, 20 years back, and now you don't find that type of relationship between the student and teachers. It is true. It is the fact.
You see, sir, back in the days, we were the students at school. Now we are parents with our kids studying at IISD. What kind of advice would you give parents like us to enable the same kind of respect and work ethics to our children?
See what your parents have done. They are the biggest example for you. What you have learned from your parents. They had given some values, they have taught you some values. Because of that, you are sitting here today and you are doing wonderfully well. Everything is perfectly all right in your life. This is just because of your parents. Now, when you have become parents, you have to learn what you have learned from your parent, that thing. I'm saying again, things are not that easy. That time, if your parents will say, keep your mobile, there was no mobile first of all. But if they say switch off TV and you don't involve in such type of activity, there is a time limit. This is the time for your studies. This is the time for your games. Video games were there. Internet cafes are there. one of your friend very fond of internet cafe. You all know very well.
He specifically asked me not to discuss this in the chat.
But sir,
It
we
has to
want
be
to know.
there.
No, sir, we want to know about this story.
It was very important story.
Maybe you can just beep out the name about.
Name I will not tell, because automatically he will reveal himself that was this the name. Because he used to, the father was very strict, and he was not allowing him to go for internet cafe or anything, only go to tuition or go to school and all. So he never gone for the masjid for prayer, but at home all the time he's ready, just waiting for the azan. Because the azan is there, immediately he will say, I have to go for prayer. And luckily he was staying just nearby my house in Khobar, and there was an internet cafe. And that time there was a rule in kingdom that once immediately after the azan, internet cafe, everything, shops are closed. So that internet cafe person, he used to call the student, people are there, you can go inside. From the outside he put a lock. So that person, that's my student, my very favorite student, no doubt at all. Now today he's a very successful businessman.
So let's not go into the details, because you will remember this.
No, I will not reveal.
We will leave it to the listeners.
To come from immediately after hearing azan sound, he used to come. I have to go for prayer, and going to internet cafe direct, because by the time azan gets over, prayer gets over, half an hour time he is getting, and finish his cafe. Once he did not come for the class, and I was searching where is he. Then I found his internet cafe.
We will let the viewers, find out and write in the comments who this person was.
Yes, you can ask.
We will leave it at this. But it's an interesting story. Internet cafes and not being found at home.
I'm sure a lot of them can relate to this, but it's not whom they think it is. I will just say that to protect my friend.
So that I'm telling you that things have gone. Now you have to take care of your children in that way, that the way you have learned. But the same things, the social media and mobile and all. So everything should be within the limit, and it is everything in your hand. If you don't want to take any challenges, and you want to have a very peaceful life, like your child is crying and he's asking something, you feel best thing, give mobile and let me sleep, so that he will not shout, he will not create any problem. This is the biggest thing. Whether you or your wife or anybody, if they are giving like this, then it means you are spoiling your child.
It's not just that I think the society has changed so much, and the lifestyles also changed so much, that we don't have the same solutions which worked on us don't work on our kids.
In a way, I would agree to what Nibras said, that every generation goes through changes. But a good advice by Sir, what we assimilated from our parents is about time we modify a little bit and bring into practice. So, Sir, multiple roles you play. You're a father, you're a husband, you were a teacher, now you're a vice principal of our school. Which is this role which you like the most?
Of course, the most important role, like father of my two daughters, and Alhamdulillah, both are doing extremely well, and one have completed masters and other one is completing their graduation. So of course that is very important. Why? Because two way I will say, because when I'm dealing with the students in a school and coming back, they are also students, and the same time they are daughters also, and you know very well the total atmosphere in the school, what is going on, what is not going on, how to keep them away from the things what is not suitable for them, as a father, as a teacher, both. So manage something that nothing should be disturbed, and they should not feel that because he is a teacher, so he is dealing with us like a teacher as well as a father. No, I have to be a father like other fathers only. It's the most important role.
So out of the two, who you favor most? Your eldest daughter or your youngest daughter? I hope they're listening to this.
But both eyes are equally important for me. I cannot say anything which is better, which is not better.
Very well said, sir. Both the eyes, and I feel as a son, daughters are generally the eye of the apple.
100%.
Right? The fathers generally tend to favor the daughters more than their sons. Nibras, you would like to add on that? Do you
I
think?
don't have a daughter and he don't have a son, so.
But I was the brother of 6 sisters.
Mashallah.
And I have felt this thing because of my sister. I have got a lot of beating because my father always supports my sister, and he always give knowingly, unknowingly, reason, without reason, anything. Which fault is there, whose fault is there, it will be later part of the story. First, you get the thing, and then only story comes that this is not your fault, but anyhow you have got it.
So how difficult is rather being a vice principal of a school which holds 13,000 plus, if I'm right, 13,000 plus students?
I think now it is almost, we are reaching to 15,000, 14,700 students are there. Dealing with 14,700 students is a different thing, and dealing with 2 daughters, it's a totally different thing. It's a very difficult, because I have to work as a father also there. So many things are there, but yes, I have changed a lot. My elder daughter, she used to say when she was in 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 10 years old, then I was so strict with her that you should not do this, you should not do this. These are the limitations, these are the boundary lines. When it came to my younger daughter, then everything has changed. So still, now she is 23 years old, but still she complains, Tabba, you were not like that when I was there.
I think this is a story of every household.
So everywhere it is like that. But this is the reality also. You have to change with the time. If you don't change with the time, it will be difficult to manage a peaceful family.
So you also have your wife in school, right? She's also teaching. So how easy or how difficult it is the master of the house and colleague in the school?
Who is the master at the house? That's something.
Well, Sir will answer that.
Master of the house, no need to ask from anyone. And now you people also in the same boat, so everybody knows who is the master of house. But yes, when the matter comes as a professional matter, no wife, no daughter, no son, everything is there. Everyone is equal to like others.
We know this about you, sir, but if you could name, you have been in the school for almost 27 years. If you could go back and think, who is your closest friend at the school? One of your colleagues who were with you over the past 27 years. Who would you call as your closest friend?
No doubt, I have Mr. Israr is there. He is my nearest and closest friend. We came together with the same flight. And I remember because I was coming first time, as I told you, that from my family, first person I was there who came abroad. And one more my friend was there. I don't want to name that person. So he told me that, see, beside you, the person is sitting, he's from Aligarh. And don't trust Aligarhian. And they are very dangerous fellows. I had no option, not anything, nothing is there that what is Aligarh, what is their thing. Though my father was the Aligarhian in 1930s, that time. But I had no idea what type of person. So you won't believe it, 4 hours, 30-minute flights. I did not look at him and I did not ask him, though he was sitting beside me, I did not ask him, what is your name and what are you and where you are going, though he was going to Dammam. But the day we have landed here on 12th August 1997 till today, we had never had even 1 minute dispute between we two. That much friendship, alhamdulillah, we have, and it is my prayer that it should continue with my life like this.
It's a big thing, sir. As I said, sometimes myths of society influence us, and when we realize that this is just a myth, just the way people say the black cat crossing your way will get you bad luck, which then I have a black cat at home. So interestingly, Nibras, let's ask Sir something different from his regular school life. In your personal life, sir, what interests you? What is something you like doing?
See that everyone had some dream and something they want to do, but it is not necessary whatever you think everything should come and everything you are getting and you are achieving. There are certain responsibilities are there. So first thing comes responsibilities. Then you have to leave your goal, your aim, your wishes, your dream, everything you have to keep aside and you have to look only for your responsibilities. So I was not involved in so many other activities except, yes, I like sports. I used to play cricket and badminton like this only. Other than this, nothing is there. I had to just teach because all the time either in school or I used to give tuitions earlier. So there I was very busy. That was my schedule from the beginning from the 89 onwards when I had completed my graduation. Since then, I was busy in this one.
But did you always want to be a teacher, or did you had an alternate career path?
No, teaching was my passion. I remember when I was in 8th standard. 8th standard, though, in my area, there was a board examination. It used to be called an MP board. So I used to teach my friends mathematics in class itself. So since then, I am there and I have, I love mathematics and I want to do with a different methods. The easiest way, what can be the easiest way? What teacher is teaching is a good, but what I can find out some other solution like this. So I tried and I used to teach my friends also, those who are my classmates. So teaching was in my blood, you can say. It is my passion.
Does this thing work where in mathematics you solve a problem with the easiest manner? Because I like maths. I was one of your students in back in 12th grade also. So because I like to try things with maths. So my younger sister, when she was studying for one of her exams, she came up with a problem and I gave her a solution. And she copied the same thing in the exam as per my solution, not what she was taught. And apparently the teacher gave her an X. But when she went and showed the teacher, why did you give me a cross when I got the correct answer? Then the teacher looked again and she's like, yeah, everything is correct, but who taught you this? And there was a question mark whether they could give the mark or not. And I think she ended up giving half mark or 50% mark or something. But this is something which I think needs to improve in the school from the back in the days that I have noticed.
Are there multiple ways to get to one destination?
See, this things are changing. Now you are getting multiple ways of reaching the solution. And teachers, they have to learn. There's no doubt at all that teachers have to be updated themselves also. If they are not going to update themselves and they are just following only one particular method which is given in one particular book or somewhere it is not going to work. Because nowadays, a lot of facilities available, multiple channels available on YouTube. You can learn the same topic from different teachers. And you may like this one, you may not like this one. And everything is perfect, everything is right. If you just see the CBSE guidelines for the examination, it's written very clearly. There may be different methods and every method is acceptable. So teachers have to learn this thing.
So you would suggest that innovation in methods should be adopted by most teachers? It
should be adopted, and if a child himself or herself, they are trying to do by a different way, and if it is mathematically or any other way it is correct, it has to be appreciated.
So sir, do you remember the field trips? And any memorable field trip do you remember that you have a memory of?
It could be a staff trip as well.
All field trips are very memorable because...
One thing which flashed first, sir.
No, field trip, not that many memories are there because it's a routine way. We have to be after the students. Actually, we were in a senior most section, so we had to run around the students. You don't do this, you don't go there. Generally, it's a King Fahd Park is always the place for the picnic for the senior students. So not that much. And earlier we used to have this annual sports. You remember this annual sport we used to have? We used to go to a stadium and all the students together go one day in a stadium, one day in a school itself.
To be honest, we take a lot of pride in saying that we were your students. And coming to the next subject is, what do you think about the alumni that we have formed and what might be there in future for us?
See, I remember 2-3 years back, I think first time when you, 4 or 5 of you have invited me for an iftar party in signature restaurant somewhere. There are only 37 or 35 students were there.
That was the 2007 batch.
2007 batch, you have restricted
Yes.
to that part only and there. So nothing was in my mind that you will go up to that high level and that much you may think about the alumni and about your friends and all. See, the best part of your group is everybody is doing selflessly. There is no president, no secretary, no position at all. You will never find anywhere in the world such type of group activity going on, and there is no so-called position that president, secretary, this and that. The moment this type of thing comes, that I am number one, you are number two, he is number three, then the dispute starts. Because what is special in you that which is not in me? So the way you people are doing, it is something commendable. And as I told in the beginning itself, and because I am following up regularly your programs, everything, and your this podcast when Ms. Omar has started, first thing somebody have shared with me, and the moment I saw Omar, really it was amazing. Nobody can say, nobody can imagine that he is not a professional person, and he is by profession he is a doctor, and it's a great.
So you're following.
You are doing everything wonderful, and very very sincere prayers for all your this efforts what you are doing, because it is not only that just for fun you are doing. It is beneficial for all the groups, all the members, those who are there, because so many things are there in the market. When you are sitting, you can mutually you can have a kind of business mutually with each other. You can have so many other activities between you, so everything is good for you all.
So you're following us on social media?
100%.
So you might be aware of the grand gala which is coming on November 29th.
Inshallah, it will be super successful. My prayers for that, inshallah.
How is the excitement level around your circle regarding this event?
It's a lot of talk is going on among us, also among the teacher. Almost everybody knows that something is there. Now what way it will come, that we are waiting, eagerly waiting for that. Because recently we have seen the videos of Shafi Sir and Mehnaz ma'am and also. I hope inshallah it will be a grand success.
Sir. This is the message, sir, we're trying to show is, as you said, we don't have hierarchy here. We have a group, and that group is getting together to celebrate being an IISDian. So with that, Nibras, I think we have run out of time.
Just a minute. Before that, you know who is the chief guest who is attending our event?
Please tell me who are you. For me, you all are the chief guests.
We have a special guest. I don't say chief guest because
Special
chief
guest.
guest is actually, we have all our teachers whom we are going to invite. It's going to be our chief guest. But we have a special guest who is going to come on to the event, who is going to be the center of the attraction of the event, Sunil Shetty.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so I'm sure that how much did you follow him in the growing years?
सर एक मूवी उसके बारे में, उनकी मूवी अगर आपने देखी हो तो बताएं.
सुनील शेट्टी की बहुत मूवीज देखी, कई मूवीज देखी होंगी, क्योंकि जनरली आई लाइक ओनली कॉमेडी मूवीज. आई डोंट वांट टू एंटर इन डेप्थ ऑफ द स्टोरीज एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. आई जस्ट वांट.
सर बॉर्डर सबसे खास मूवी बॉर्डर थी, जिसके थ्रू वो जो इंडिया पाकिस्तान के ऊपर थी मूवी.
बॉर्डर आई कांट फॉरगेट बिकॉज दैट डे आई वाज ट्रैवलिंग टू सऊदी अरेबिया 1997. That day only border was released. I think that day or that time only. And in
What a coincidence, sir.
Ukar cinema in Delhi, there was a fire, and it's big mishap was there. So
well, that movie taught us patriotism, as Anna said, ye dharti meri maa hai. So the level of patriotism was, there with that. So and there's also somebody else, Nibras, somebody else also is coming to our event.
Yes, somebody who is going to try and make us all laugh. There is going to be Kenny Sebastian, who is a stand-up comedian as well.
good.
So it's somebody who is going to be more relating to the younger generation. So
sir, now we have a wonderful time talking to you. One advice to the youngsters who are listening and viewing this show, what advice would you give them? As a teacher, as a father, as whatever role you'll say, but in one, short line in that.
See this, whatever you want to do, you work with full honesty and selflessly. If you are doing something for yourself only and keeping yourself as a target, then of course there'll be less chance that you will be successful in your this type of activities and this achieving any proper goal. And if you want to work as a team, there should be selfless efforts, that everybody is equal. All of you are doing wonderfully well, and this is the biggest example for anyone else.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you very much, sir. It was lovely talking to you, knowing you in depth. wonderful stories of your father, how you have become a wonderful father and an equally strict vice principal, if I may add on that. So thank you very much for these lovely memories, for our school memories, and thank you. It is quite late in the night and you took time out and you patiently waited here. So we are extremely, extremely grateful to you. Thank you very much.
Very nice for me that I am sitting with my students. I have never ever imagined 20 years before that my students will come up with such type of activities and all. And so really it's a very great and pride moment for me. My very, very sincere prayer for all of you and for your upcoming events also, that inshallah everything will be great success.
Thank you very much,
so
sir.
much. Thank
A
you.
great honor to have you here, sir.
Thank you.
We'll wind up with this, Nibras. So dear viewers, give a pen, give a book to a child and a teacher, and he can do wonders in this world. We all must remember, going through this phase of school life was amazing for all of us. We learned a lot, we had a lot of bashings as well, but the fact being, we are sitting here today happy and successful in our lives. So remember this, a teacher always and always and always deserves the respect. Till we meet again to another episode, thank you very much for watching. This is Omar Rizvi saying, Shab Bakhair.